else comes up on the ranking. Let's skip her as well. Sorry. Just to see who else we get in the ranking. Let's see if we get any classic princesses right. Mulan. Mulan is actually up there, but I've only got 1, 4, and 5 left. Right, so let's put Mulan at number 4 for now. Hi, thanks for using this template. This is a quick tutorial on how to modify the template so we can change the texture sequence, animation sequence on the user's head. And we're going to walk you through how to also change the color of the tier numbers on the left hand side. Firstly, I'm going to expand the visual scripting by undocking it so we can just see it a lot clearer. Once expanded and undocked, just double tap the top of the visual scripting panel and it will expand into a bigger full screen version. So I'm going to click on zoom here just to center the visual graph. As you can see, most of the visual scripting has been commented, so you know what section does what. So there are certain comments in purple, and these sections are where you can actually modify to make changes to the template. For example, here we can modify the title and the end screen image. And on this section here, we can modify the texture sequences. Let's jump into it. We're going to change the animation sequence from Disney princes to Disney princesses. So we're going to have Disney princesses here, and I'm going to change the tier numbers to pink instead of blue. To change the animation sequence, firstly, I'm going to go to the left hand panel here and delete all the prince texture sequences. And I'm also going to go down to the texture section here and look for the sequence. It is denoted by multiple images here like this, for example. So click on this and we can see it is the prince's sequence on the inspector panel on the right hand side. Right click, delete, and as we can see in the preview panel, we just see the checkered boxes, which means the images and the textures have been deleted. And once we click on one of the tiers, we can also see the checker boxes. Okay, so now to replace them, click on plus, import texture sequence, and import the texture sequence of your choice. So we scroll down to the texture section, we look for the texture sequence that we just imported. You can click on it, and just to make sure, look on the inspector panel and you will see that these are all the princesses. Right click and we rename this just to make sure we know what we're dealing with. So I'm going to name this princess underscore sequence. Click enter, and I'm going to go to the animated textures at the top here, and we look for the same animated textures. Here it was called texture sequence. We renamed this princess animated texture. And now we've done that, we have to then duplicate this. So princess animated texture, the first one is the main animated texture, the rest are for the tiers. So we duplicate this 5 times. Brilliant. Now we've duplicated that, we can go back to the visual script graph, and we can see that this is the section to modify the texture sequences. We have deleted the old ones, and that's why we have the red error here. So just highlight them and then hit delete. Once that is done, click on the animated textures in the assets panel, select them all and drag them to the visual scripting graph. Once they're there, they should be in the correct order, and I'm just going to then connect them to the array. To make things faster without having the preview window refresh every so often, just pause it, and this will make connecting a lot quicker. Right, so the animated sequences have been changed, and we can see here in the preview window it has been updated. I'm just going to restart the preview window. The animation sequence starts, but we have the old title and end screen. To change those, we just go to this section here. Under textures, we should see the print cover, so the cover here, and print end screen. You can delete these two, and you import the cover and end screen you have created in your editing program. So from computer, after importing them, you browse the asset panel here on the left hand side, and you find the cover and the end screen graphics. And then what we do is zoom back out, we go to the section up here to modify the title and end screen image, and we just we delete these ones first. These are the old ones, and we select the new ones and drag them into the visual script graph. And as you can see, I've renamed them, or I've named them before importing, so I know what I'm looking for. Cover for the princess and end screen for the princess. So we connect these ones, and I have also commented around this so you know which box to put them in. Title or cover and end screen. Right, I'm going to play the preview now and restart it just so we can see the changes. And as we can see, the title has changed, and I'm just going to input these. And as we can see, the end screen appears here. So that is how to modify the cover and end screen, and also how to modify the animation and texture sequences very quickly. Now to change these colors, again, everything is straightforward using the template. The initial color can be changed here. I'm just going to restart it so we can see. We can see it's blue. So to change these colors here, we just go to this section here for modifying the color of the tier numbers, and the initial number color we can see is blue. So I've paused the preview screen again. So tap the initial color, drag the box up, and we can select any color you want. Or let's go for a pink. Maybe let's try this pink. And for the final color, let's try orange. And I'm just going to press play and refresh and restart the preview window. And as we can see, it has modified to pink, and when we tap on the tier, it goes to orange. So again, very easy to modify the template. Hope you enjoy this. Any questions, please just drop me an email and be happy to get back to you. Thanks again for the purchase. Enjoy the rest of your project.